It's Sammy East with 99.9 Virgin Radio and the boys from Young Bombs.
What is up?
What's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by. You guys have a brand new song out.
Yes, we
Better
do.
Day with
this
Aloe
with-
Blacc.
this handsome
Oh, wait.
guy.
Hey, he's upside down.
Aloe Blacc,
Aloe Blacc, ladies and gentlemen.
who could not be here in person, but in spirit he is here.
Yeah.
He says thank you for having me as well.
Thank you, Aloe. You are so suave. How did this collaboration come to be?
This was a demo we had for a few years that we were working on, and when we finished it, we were like, if we could have anybody sing on it, it would be Aloe, because
amazing.
it just had that vibe,
Yeah.
and we just kind of imagined his voice sounding good on it. So one day his friend was at our record label office. They were playing the track, and he was like, I'm going to show Aloe this. So he pulls his phone out, plays it over the phone, and Aloe's like, I want to cut this immediately.
Yeah, he's like, I literally
Wow.
want to cut this tomorrow.
What an
kinda
honor.
thing.
You
Yeah.
guys manifested that.
Exactly.
I
It was
think.
so
It was
messed up.
Yeah, it was
almost
wild.
swore, but I was okay. Yeah, and then we went down to LA, went to the studio with him, and
Yeah.
just cut the vocal, and he was like so good. And you know,
That's amazing.
high praise to Aloe. Love
If you're
you.
listening,
One more
love you.
shot of
Yeah.
him. Let's see him. Let's
Yeah.
see him again.
Oh.
Oh wait, what am I saying? He's right here.
He's right
He's
here, guys.
You can tell him. Tell him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aloe.
It was my pleasure.
And this music video, we have to talk about this
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's like combat, there's blood, there's you two fighting over the affections of this beautiful woman. How did you dream up this concept?
Oh, so basically, we looked over several ideas, and this was the most extreme and like basically
We were looking for the most sophisticated
Yeah,
idea,
definitely.
and this one was just
this was
totally it.
clearly it. But yeah, just the most off-center thing you could think of when you hear this song. And Lily, the director, just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
The whole thing was shot entirely on VHS film, so like we couldn't see any of the shots until we were done filming.
Oh wow, old school.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
Well, speaking of old school, that's a perfect segue because you two, you go way back. You're from Vancouver originally. You discovered each other via high school bands, and then how did the bromance evolve from there?
Well, so we played a show. Like you said, we were in two different bands, and his band played before, and he was the drummer, and he lit his cymbals on fire, and I was like, who is this crazy
Extreme.
guy? Yeah.
I was really trying to get his attention.
He was like, he was like
Look
a
at me. What do I
things
have
on
to
fire.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was stalking me on MySpace prior to that. It was
Oh my
weird.
God.
Restraining order.
MySpace.
Yeah, and then so then it was like, hey, what's up? We switched numbers, and then that night he called me, and we talked for like 5 hours, and
Wow.
on a school night. It was crazy.
Wild.
so-
Okay, well, you said
Yeah.
MySpace, so you were definitely on MSN Messenger at the time. too.
100%.
Yeah, actually, I think that's where we first started talking.
I think your
Yeah.
email address was like man of the new millennium. or
Okay,
something like
so mine was Man of the New Millennium at Hotmail, and his was M2K69.
Okay, meant to be.
Yeah.
Meant to
Just like
be.
yeah.
Yeah, just two very immature guys.
How did the name Young Bombs come to be?
Ooh, good question. So
we
we,
haven't been asked this yet.
Really?
so
A
yeah,
freshie.
yeah. So post lighting Drums on Fire, we were in a few bands after that over
Together.
the years together.
Together, okay.
And in one of these like bands that didn't last very long, we were together with another friend who we were auditioning, and he actually came up with the name Young Bombs. So thank you, Jamie, if you're listening.
Jamie
What up,
Smale,
Jamie?
shout out.
Yeah.
And then the band
lasted
expired
about-
after a day, and then we were like, can we keep the name? And he was like, yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
nowadays someone would be like, "That's my intellectual property." You're gonna
Exactly.
have to-
Oh, totally.
Exactly.
Let's not give Jamie ideas.
He's
though.
gonna sue us one day, but it's cool.
Then you kind of transition into EDM music.
Right.
How did you decide? Forget this indie rock, pop, or whatever genre you were into at the time. Let's go into full-time EDM.
We were always playing with like synthesizers and drum machines and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and we always like Daft Punk and Calvin Harris and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So it was kind of a natural transition from that to that. And then I got Logic Pro on my computer, started just kind of messing around, watching YouTube tutorials, trying to figure out what to do. And then we were just like, hey, why make another band? You and I can just do this together.
So yeah, we both learned how to produce, and
Yeah.
You're fully self-taught then. Like you didn't
Yeah.
go to a college course or
No.
anything. You just went on YouTube
no.
tutorials.
You can learn
tutorials.
anything online
Yeah.
now, I think, and I think that's why a lot of the kids in like high school are like making really good sounding stuff nowadays. You just find a tutorial online and you can get it going. So
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
It's-
Well, that's some inspo for someone watching right now who wants to get
100%.
into it, right?
Yeah,
For
there's
sure,
nothing
for
holding
sure.
you back, really. Yeah.
You mentioned a few DJs there. You mentioned Daft Punk, Calvin Harris.
Absolutely.
Were there any other DJs to you that were like really inspired you to go for
100%. And this man in
circle.
particular absolutely takes it full circle for us because Avicii was like one of the main acts that like just made us fall in love with dance music. Like,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Avicii.
Yes.
And obviously over
Wake Me Up was
Wake Me
with
Up
Aloe
was
Blacc. So when we got the Aloe Blacc thing, we were just like,
we were like
Blown
this
away.
is wild. Yeah, full circle for us.
I was actually going to ask about that because I was creeping your Instagram and I saw that a fan wrote something so amazing comparing you guys to Avicii. What is it like seeing a fan write something so profound like that
Right.
about
you
you
to
guys?
check their hearing. But
Oh, come on. Don't be so modest.
it's flattering for sure.
Absolutely.
I think we also, like, I guess I don't want to speak for Avicii, but we try to make very uplifting,
Yeah.
inspiring music. And so to even be kind of in that realm is very cool for us.
Yeah. So yeah, flattered is the way to put it for sure.
Not to diminish the art at all because we obviously take that seriously, but I heard that you guys did a jingle for Pizza Hut. Is that
We
real?
were broke.
We
We
were
were
guys?
we needed the
Trying
money
to pay rent.
and free pizza.
Well, is that?
No,
Please
that's
tell
not
me you got
true.
paid
That's
in
not
pizza,
true.
like
No.
lifetime membership to Pizza Hut.
That's not true.
Imagine.
That would,
That'd be
yeah.
sweet.
I would be
need
sitting in
two
both chairs right
Yeah,
now.
oh, wow.
I would just be flabbing over.
But that's true.
That is
Yeah,
true.
it is true.
Yeah,
I
so
mi- I might
we did do a bunch of jingles. That was kind of a way we learned how to produce actually, because we realized like, okay, we want to do music full time, but we also need to make some money.
Of course, pay the bills,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
I get that. Yeah. So this has just been like a wild ride. You go from the high school band, and then you go from you were also a backup band for a pop artist at one point.
This is true.
You know your stuff.
I know my Wikipedia page. You went from that to making the remixes, and now in this year releasing not one but two singles. Like, is that not mind blowing for you guys?
It is. It's super crazy. And for us, I mean, just even you get in the car and you catch yourself singing along to a song, and you're like, wait a second. Like, this is our song, you know?
Yeah.
And you're getting texts from uncles you didn't know existed. Like,
Yeah,
hey, radio on the radio.
yeah.
You're like, what? But yeah, it's just been like such a wow moment.
What's been the kind of biggest pinch me moment in this whole process?
I think just traveling across the country, playing shows, and then hearing the fans sing every word, you know, when the song's only been out for a few weeks, is just like, whoa. Like,
Yeah.
how did, something you made in your underwear in your, living room.
That's quite the image. Quite the image.
Focus on that.
Wow, only a
And
year
then-
in and already
and
a
then-
diva. Jeez.
Yeah.
I was also in my underwear.
But yeah, and then have the reach and impact on people, and then hear, the feedback on the song has just been amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah.